Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelite brothers for the from Gms from the Charlotte camp. First and foremost, we want to give our praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakal, Kadash. Dumb honor to the elder and the apostle and the great millstone. Salutations to the brothers who pushing the truth on the four corners of the earth. Shalom.
Shalom. So basically, our brother saying, man, we, the Hebrew Israelites, man, coming out of the Charlotte camp, once again coming at you with another lesson, which the message is to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the true Hebrew Israelites, man, according to the seed of our father, man.
That's right.
And if a few faces, that bloodline go back to Negro, Latino, and Native American descent, who may look like another nation, but if their bloodline go back to the 12 tribes of Israel, we are considered Israelite by flesh and by the spirit, man. So basically we're gonna, come with another lesson, basically telling our people, warning, the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, that the Lord is coming back with fire, man, and the destruction, man, not with, all love and peace to bring all nations together, man. When you read into the scriptures, man, the Lord, first and foremost, the Lord only cares for one nation, and that's the nation of Israel, man. The Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans that came from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. And the other nations, like the so-called whites, the Japanese, the Chinese, the Arabs, the Africans. So the Negroes over here in America is not Africans, man. We are two different nations, man. The Africans come from the seed of Ham, man. So they are heathens, man. And the Lord do not, appreciate the Africans, man. He's against the Africans, man. They are our enemies, man. Right along with the rest of these nations that's outside of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. The nation of Israel, man. So you got a lot of these people, mainly, many in the churches, in these religions, saying that the Lord is going to come back and bring peace, and the Lord is going to come back and bring all nations together. They're thinking that the Lord is the so-called white man, which that image go back to Cesare Borgia during the 14th century, during the Renaissance, the rebirth, when the so-called white man came back into power. After the fall of the Negroes during the time of the Dark Ages, when the Negroes, Haitians, and the Jamaicans, ruled Europe for 1,000 years. And after that 1,000 years was up during the time of the 14th century, you had the Borgia family came back and came into power, and basically being the Edomites or the so-called white race coming back into power after they've been coming out of the Caucasus Mountains, of Russia. And so now the time that we're into here today, now you got a lot of our people thinking that the so-called white man is the Lord, man, is the Messiah, man. Like I say, that image is a false image, man, that was put up during the Renaissance, man, the rebirth during the 14th century, man. But basically, man, that's gonna be one of the reasons why the Lord is gonna come back with fire, man, to destroy 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Because the Lord is only going to save the elect, man, 144,000 in the 1/3. And the Lord, in this World War III that's about to take place, the Lord is going to have it that America, which is Babylon the Great, is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, man. And it's all throughout the scriptures, man. And they're going to be destroyed by the hands of Russia, NATO, China, all nations got nuclear capability, man. Is going to shoot their missiles over here in America and destroy America for all the wickedness that they push, man. America is pushing, giving homosexuals rights, man, lesbians rights, women rights over the men. They feminizing the men more and more, especially the Negroes, Latinos, and Native American men. They pushing out all these unrighteous decrees, man. They going around, pushing their philosophies. They religion or other countries, man, robbing the country, these other nations, these other countries, having this system run on debt, man. All of America is full of wickedness, man. Mainly the so-called white man and the Edomites pushing the wickedness through their laws, through their agenda, and have 2/3 of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans following suit with them, man. following in the wickedness, man. So we're going to get into some scriptures how the Lord is going to bring fire to the destroyed majority of the earth, but mainly America, man, Babylon the Great, man. America is going to be destroyed, man. We're going to get into some scripture to show you how it's going to be destroyed, man.
That's right.
Isaiah 66.
This is Isaiah. This is Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariot like a whirlwind.
So the Lord is coming with fire, man. And it's like a chariot, man, as a whirlwind. So also put a word called Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shah, which is the real image, the real characteristics of the Lord, what they call Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shah. He's a dark-skinned man from the tribe of Judah, man.
That's right.
Which the Judites, or the tribe of Judah, or you so-called Negroes today here in America, and scattered amongst all nations, man, throughout the earth, man, throughout the world. You know, so the Lord is coming back with the chariots, with fire, man. You know, and with the chariots are what they call so-called UFOs, man, unidentified flying object, man. You know, which are the chariots, man. They're not aliens, they're angels, man. You know, dark-skinned, angelic beings in the chariots, man. That's going to come back with Yahweh Shah, who also is a dark-skinned man that's in an angelic form, that's going to bring fire to this place, man, with the so-called UFOs, man, and bring down the so-called white man empire, man. The Edomites empire is starting off with you elites that's on top of the world, man, running everything, man. So the Lord is going to come back with fire and with his chariots as a whirlwind.
Continue on. Like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and rebuke his flames of fire.
So the Lord is going to rebuke these people for all their wickedness by the flames of the fire, man. Because those chariots are going to be shooting laser beams out of them, as they put in the movie, the ID4, you know, Independence Day, you know, World War of the Worlds, you know. So those are, you know, images that Esau, you know, these fake Jews put together, and they, you know, they movie, making it entertainment as the chariots or the UFOs will come back as aliens invading, you know, the earth and taking over. Well, really they get it from the scriptures, man. They marking the Most High, man, and his son Yahweh Shai and his angels, man. But that's the way the angels and Yahweh Shai is going to come back, man, by the ways of the UFOs, and they're going to come back and bring war against the beast, which is NATO, and the American military, and the rest of these heathen military, man, the Russian military, you know, the Chinese, you know, the India, you know, all these countries that got a military during the time of World War III. The Lord Yahweh Shah is going to intervene and come, you know, smash them, man, with his chariots, man, with his military, man. You know, and that's why Trump now, one of the big things Trump saying all this week is about the Space Force, man, the space military. You know, they're gearing up for a space military to have them out of space to fight against alien force, which they already know is Yahweh Shah coming back, man. So, you know, throughout the past couple of years, man, all you know, people were seeing is UFO sightings, man. You know, the brothers in the faith, man, we already know when we see those chariots in the sky that there are angels and there are signs that the Lord is about to make his second coming, man. So that's why we don't, you know, be dismayed at the signs of heaven, man. We just, you know, we take it as a sign that the Lord is a step, you know, one step closer to destroying this place and bringing this, you know, the so-called white man kingdom down, the Edomites, and raising up the elect of the nation of Israel, man.
That's right. Verse 16. For by fire, by his sword, will the Lord Yahweh Shah plead with all flesh.
Yeah, so the Lord said, by fire and by his sword, man. So a sword represents destruction, man. You know, so, and that fire, that destruction that it is talking about is like I said, the chariots that was going to shoot laser beams out and destroy this man military, man, and destroy the majority of the earth, and they're going to invade America and destroy America also, man. Then the chariots going to deliver the elect, man, beam them up, man. That's the way how we going to, you know, Lord willing, be that elect, you know, elect men. That's the way that the elect is going to be saved out of destruction of that nuclear fire, man, by the ways of the chariots, you know, beaming them up and you know, rescuing the elect, man. You know, so the Lord said by fire and by his sword he will plead with all flesh, man. So the Lord is going to destroy a lot of people, man. You know?
Continue on. And the slaying of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah shall be many.
So the slaying of Yahweh Shema Shah is going to be many people. Why? Because the majority of the world is golfed with wickedness, man.
That's right.
They don't know Yahweh Shema Shah. They don't know his intentions, man. They don't, 2/3 of our people don't want to follow suit, man. They don't want to try to keep the law, statute, the commandment. They don't want to turn back to their power and want him to come back and justify, righteousness on the earth, man. Take down our, the enemy, the so-called white man, the Edomites and the rest of these heathen nations who's over us, man. They want to be joint in and joint hand with these heathens, man. So the Lord is going to come back and destroy 2/3 of our own people, man, for joining in and joining hands with the society, man, with their enemies, man. So the Lord, like I said, the Lord is going to slay or destroy a lot of the people here on the earth, man. 2/3 of our people, Israel, which is more than the sand and the sea, that the Lord say we are, but only a remnant shall return, which is that elect, and also the slaying of his enemies, man. These heathen nations, man, the so-called white nation, man, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Arabs, man, which are the Lord's enemies. They're going to be slain too, and only going to be a few men left here on the earth, man. After Yahweh Shai come back and destroy this place, after the missile destroy America and different parts of the earth, there's not going to be much people here on the earth, but it's going to be left a small amount of nations that's going to be here on the earth. Why? Because they have to serve captivity under the nation of Israel, man, the elect of the nation of Israel. Let me get one real quick. This is you get Zephaniah 1. Start off with Zephaniah. This is Amos chapter 9, verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful Canaan, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. So the Lord's eyes represent, even though the Lord have eyes, he can see from the heaven, he can see everything that's going on here on the earth, but it's talking about the angels, man. Those are the Lord's eyes, man. Like I said, that's why you're seeing so much chariot or UFO sightings in the past couple of years, man. Because the Lord is watching this place, man. He's seeing all the wickedness that's going on through his angels and the so-called UFOs, the chariots, and also seeing the wickedness going on through his men that's on the highways and byways, man, that's in his faith and pushing the truth, man. But we are angels too, man, in fleshly bodies, man. So the eyes of the Lord upon the sinful kingdom, man. We see all the wickedness going on, just like how Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and the angels see all the wickedness going on, man. And so the Lord is going to destroy America for his wickedness, man. Continue on. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. So the Lord is going to destroy the sinful kingdom, man, America, man. For all this wickedness that is pushing, man. And he's going to destroy the whole land from off the face of the earth, man. America ain't going to be nothing but a wilderness, a desolate wilderness, man. Never inhabited, man. Save it that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, say Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai. So the Lord said he's not going to utterly destroy the house of Jacob, man. Utterly means completely, man. So there's only going to be a few men of Israel going to be left, and that is considered the elect, man, the 144,000, and the 1/3, man. Those are the ones that the Lord is not going to utterly, destroy, man, completely destroy, man. Brothers like us here at Great Millstone, and those that are in the spirit, in truth, and sincerity, and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we pray that we part of that number, man, and escape the fire that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai about to bring here upon the earth, man, by the chariots and these nuclear missiles, man. Zephaniah 1, chapter 1, read verse 2 to 3. Yeah.
This is Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 1.
Verse 2.
Verse 2. I will utterly consume all things from off the land, said the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Verse 3. I will consume man and beast. I will consume the fowls of the heavens and the flesh of the sea. the fishes of the fishes of the sea.
So the Lord gonna destroy the whole everything that's here in America, man, gonna be destroyed, man. From the men, you know, from the animals, the fishes. You know, the nuclear missiles is gonna be so, you know, fervent, you know, so, favorite heat, man, so powerful that they're gonna dry up, you know, body of waters of seas and oceans and ponds and stuff, man, rivers. You know, they're gonna destroy the fishes, you know, living creatures in the water, the animals here on the earth, on land, and the people, man. Ain't nothing gonna stand in that day when Yahweh Shah, you know, had on missiles rain on America, man. And nothing gonna be here standing, man. All the buildings gonna be destroyed, the cars, the people's homes, these stores, you know, the materialistic things that these people love, that as it written in Revelation, the 18th chapter, man. Yes, and on that.
Continue on.
Yeah.
And the stumbling blocks.
Yeah. This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. So Isaiah, you know, making a reference about how back in the ancient times, you know, when they had war, you had militaries or armies go against each other, man. Back then, in the ancient times, it was, you know, with swords, you know, bucklers, you know, shields, axes, you know, different type of other weaponry in the ancient times that they fought with, man. You know, that you know, sword clenching, you know, shields, and you know, hitting each other, you know, men, you know, fighting each other, man, with a noise, you know, with a bunch of noise, you know, with that battle crying, man, you know, fighting amongst each other in that, against each other in that time. But this one, you know, and you know, in the garments, like in the garments rolled up in blood, when it was close up in action, man, you know, combat, you know, hand-to-hand combat, man, the sword, man. That's how the ancient wars were fighting. But this modern day war is going to be like, man. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolling blood, but this shall be with the burning and fuel of fire. So this war that we hear today in the you know, the 21st century, man, and you know, the military that these nations have now, man, they got nuclear weapon capability, man. You know, missiles, you know, guns, you know, tanks, fighter jets. So this war that we approaching now, from the times of, you know, World War I and II, and, you know, now the III, all of it is being built and been fought by, you know, fire, man, nuclear missiles, like I say, tanks and guns, and you know, and fighter jets, man. So this war is about to end. This war gonna end America, man, and that no nuclear missiles gonna destroy this place, man. You get Zechariah 14 and 12. Because the Lord let the nation, in particular the so-called white man, the Edomites, build up their nations, man. So, because this gonna be a vast war, man, a mighty war. Yahweh Shah gonna come back and destroy all their military, man. No matter all the weaponry, high-tech weaponry they got that can destroy, you know, lands and countries, you know, and armies and stuff. It's not gonna stop Yahweh Shah, man. The fire that he's breaking, man, with them chariots, man. Yeah.
This is Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh Shah will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
So the Lord, you know, the scripture says this is gonna be the plague where the Lord is gonna smite all the nations that fought against Jerusalem, man. You know, and the plague is a bad thing, man. Evil times, man. A curse, man. A destruction, man. Continue on.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
So that's describing the action of a nuclear missile, man. You know, the only weapon that can consume people, men, while they're on their feet, man, it's a nuclear weapon, man. They say their flesh is gonna consume, man, while they standing, man. Why? Because while they standing, they're gonna see the nuclear missiles coming from the sky, man. You know, and it's gonna land, and that hot wind is gonna burn them up, man. Consume their flesh, man. Burn their flesh off their bones, man. You know.
And their eyes shall consume away in their holes. Their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
So basically their whole, you know, body, man, is gonna be melt, man, from their eyes, their tongues, all their whole body is gonna be destroyed by that nuclear missile, man, by that heat that the Lord gonna have those missiles bring, and once they drop here on Babylon the Great, man, America, man, and those, you know, that take that RFID chip is gonna be numbered to the missiles, man. That was the Lord tell us and give us the prophecy, you know, and to tell the people not to take the RFID chip, man, the mark of the beast. But those that take the mark of the beast is going to be destroyed by the thermonuclear fire, man.
That's right.
There's no guaranteed salvation, man. Once you take that mark, basically you mark yourself for death, man, and for destruction. And like I say, those that take the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, is going to be destroyed by the thermonuclear missiles, man. But that was about to take place, man, the mark of the beast, man. Because the American economy is crashing, man. And the next currency that these elites want to move with is the RFID chip, man, the mark of the beast, man. This is Jeremiah. You get Jeremiah 15 and 14. This is Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms, of war, of evil, and of pestilence. So you know, Jeremiah is saying the prophets that been before him and the prophets that been before us, man. You know, the prophets of the Lord, man, they always prophesied against, you know, evil, man, war, man, against great kingdoms, man. And America is a great kingdom, man. America is the greatest kingdom that ever existed, and you know, and ever since any other, you know, time frame, man. One of them, man. You know, even though you had great kingdoms in the past, but what make America so great, man, the technology and the things that they push, man. You know that, you know. So the Lord saying that, you know, the prophets then prophesied against, you know, great kingdoms for their wickedness, or what they've been doing, man, and war. And that's what time we're in, war, man. But every other nation or kingdom that been before America fell by the way of war, man. So America is going to go out with war, man. And because the Lord said, this with violence shall this great city Babylon should be thrown down, man. So the Lord is going to bring America down with violence, man. The main violence is by the chariots of Yahweh Shai and the angels, and ultimately nuclear missiles, man. That's the way.
Got a quick precept. This is 2 Peter 3 and 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. The element shall melt with fervent heat. The earth shall also, and with the works that are therein shall be burnt up.
So the Lord said, the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, man. Unexpected to majority of the people in this world, man. 2/3 of our people, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and to these heathen, man. But the men of the Lord, man, we're not going to be caught off guard, man, if we stay on our watch, man. Because we are expecting the day of the Lord, man. Because we're seeing the signs and the warnings that he gave unto us, you know, through the prophecies of the scriptures, man. Through the apostles and elders, a great millstone, man. And to the, you know, other brothers that's in the faith and on the watch, man. Putting up the videos and sharing information about, you know, different events that are taking place that's adding up to, you know, prophecies, man. You know, and adding up to the point that Yahweh Shai is about to bring, you know, destruction and bring salvation to the elect, man. You know, so, you know, the day of the Lord is coming as a thief in the night, man. You know, and the works therein, in America, all the stuff that these countries, these other nations, you know, build up for, you know, to have a vast, you know, kingdom. Mainly America, man. They said the works there ain't gonna be burned up, man, by fervent heat, man. Continue.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 11. Seeing all their things, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, with matters of a person, O ye to be all holy conversation and godliness.
Seeing these things about to be dissolved, meaning seeing America, knowing that America about to be destroyed, man. Babylon the Greek about to be destroyed by nuclear fire, and we about to enter, America about to enter World War III. Gonna be mass casualties and nuclear missiles being fought, in this battle, man. Destroying, in this war, man. Destroying militaries and countries, man. It's saying what a person you ought to be, man. What type of person you're supposed to be here in the truth, man. As an Israelite, man, being a prophet, or you calling yourself a prophet, the main thing you're supposed to be doing, man, prophesying and asking the Lord for mercy, man, to deliver you from the trials and tribulation and the great judgment and the wrath that He about to bring upon this place, man. We're not supposed to be calling ourselves Israelites and expecting the Lord, to keep us here forever, man. Thinking that, everything's smooth, you can party like these other, these Israelite camps, man, these false Israelite camps that out there partying, man, making rap videos, having award ceremonies, man. Taking this Israelite thing or taking the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua as a light thing, man. Deceiving the people, man. Just using the word for filthy lucre's sake, man. Don't really care or don't even understand the scriptures to the fullest, man. They just going along with it because it sounds good, man. They don't know the true intention of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and how serious that the Lord is going to destroy America, Babylon the Greek, with thermonuclear fire, man.
That's right.
So that's why they're going to get caught up into the judgment, man, because they're not, in the mindset of the Lord coming back and destroying this place and want to be delivered, man. They're in the mindset of following this and continue on in their wickedness and thinking that all because they're an Israelite, they can do whatever they want, man. They can still be wicked and thinking that the Lord is still going to forgive them for them, man. They don't have to know the name of the Lord. They don't have to push the scriptures or break down the scriptures the right way, man, or keep the law, statute, commandments. So the Lord is going to destroy those phony Israelites, man, that's out there, contending, man, and not really of the elect, man. What that is, man. Yeah.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 14. And it's read, put yourself in array against Babylon, around about. It's like I'm going to read that one. This is Jeremiah 50, verse 14. Put yourself in array against Babylon, around about. All these that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows.
And that bow that the Lord is talking about, and they're talking about the silos, and the arrows are talking about the nuclear missiles, man. And they say put it around, gather yourself around about Babylon, man, which is America, man. So all these nations going to gather themselves together and spare no arrows, man, spare no missiles, man. They're going to shoot their missiles out of those silos to destroy America, man, Babylon the Greek, man.
For she has sinned against the Lord.
So they say because he has sinned against the Lord, man. America is the only nation or country that sinned against the Lord, man. What have they done, man? First and foremost, they put the image up as the Lord being a so-called white man, pushing Christianity, the number one religion here in America, man. They got 2/3 of our people, confused and worshiping Satan, really, not worshiping the true power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They're pushing all these religions, man. They're pushing all these, false philosophies. They're pushing, witchcraft. They're pushing homosexuality, bestiality, man. Everything that the scriptures say not to do, they go against the scriptures and they do it, man. And wickedness, man. They don't uphold the law, statute, commandments, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They break the laws, man. And what another sin that they done, man, that America is known for, man, enslaving the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, and shedding our blood, continually, man. Ever since the time that we got over here, man, from the 14th century to the 16th century, man, all the way up to now, man. So the Lord, got it set that the sins don't reach up to the heavens, and it's a bound or limit that America cannot pass, man. And the destination is destruction, man. by nuclear missiles, man.
Con. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 15. Shadow gives her a roundabout. She had given her hand, her foundation are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. For it is vengeance of the Lord, taking vengeance upon her as she had done, do unto her.
So the Lord is going to avenge the nation of Israel, man. Starting off with the elect, man, on America, for his wickedness that is done against us, the children of Israel, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and what they have promoted, blaspheming against the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, for all the wickedness that they pushing out here in America and throughout the earth, man. You know, so it's a vengeance that the Lord going to take on America, man. And the vengeance is going to be by fire, man. To throw more nuclear missiles and the chariots of the angels, man. And Yahweh Shah coming back, man, to bring war against America and these heathens military, man. That's it, man.
And I got a quick precept. This is Revelation 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out her, my people, that ye be not partaking of her sins, and that he receive not on her plagues. Come. With that, man, he talking about he talking about the nation of Israel coming out the ways of America, man, and not partaking in her sins.
Talking about only the elect, man, gonna come out the ways of America, man, and come back to the true power of Yahweh Shema Shah, the true understanding, and the way they're gonna come out ultimately by the chariots, man. And the chariots, you know, deliver the elect, man, so we will be partaker of the sin. But the sin that, you know, that the sin that America committed, that is going to be judged for, is going to be nuclear missiles, man. That's going to destroy this place, man. And the only way, you know, you can escape those nuclear missiles when they're being shot off before they come and hit America, man. There ain't no way you can outrun those missiles or outfly them on a plane or a boat. You know, try to get on a boat and you know, get away from them, man, a speedboat or a train. You know, the only way the people gonna be able to escape those missiles is by the chariots of Yahweh Shah when Yahweh Shah come back and deliver the elect, man. You know, so that was the scripture say, don't be partaker of a sins, man, of the destruction, man. But the chariots are gonna be the ones that deliver the elect when that destruction is about to take place.
Continue on. This is what the brother was talking about earlier.
Keep going.
Yeah. Chapter verse 5. For her sin have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquity.
So the Lord haven't forgetting about America, man. How these people think that the Lord doesn't sleep and forgive and forget, man. The Lord all know about all the wickedness that is pushing, that America pushing, man. He know about he remember all the triosity and the slaughter of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans here on the American soil, man. How he took the land for the Native Americans and the Latinos, man. How he enslaved the Negroes over here in America and slaughtered them, man. During them times of slavery, man. All the way up to now, how he still got agendas, the elites got agendas against the Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, man. To you know, to destroy us off the earth, man. Depopulating us, man. Having their agenda against us, worsening our nation, man. And put us in the sunken place, man. Pushing all these false philosophies against our people. Having our people thinking, you know, the only way you can be successful, you be a thug, or a drug dealer, man. You know, a dope boy, a rapper, a entertainer. You know, and keeping us away, basically just keeping us away from our power, man, and our true intentions of being an Israelite, man. So Lord haven't forgot about the sins of America that it committed amongst to the nation of Israel and to the power of Yahweh Shah. The scriptures say he remembered it, man. You know, and he the one who created everything, man. You think the Lord ain't gonna forget about the things that he created, man? And you think that he's just gonna let these so-called white people continue on in their wickedness, man, and let 2/3 continue on in their wickedness and serving these, you know, these false powers that don't exist, man. And he's not gonna get the credit for anything. Yeah.
Verse 6. Reward her, even as she rewarded you. and double unto her according to her works. And the cup which she had fulfilled, filled to her double.
The Lord said double unto him. So we can be the things that the Edomites done to us, or the things that the America done to us, man, the Lord said He's going to do it twice as worse than what they did to us, man. And the way twice as worse they're going to be done to them by the nuclear fire, man, and by the chariots of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua bringing fire, man. And also the Lord going to raise up His elect men, also with that spiritual power too, man. You know, to get revenge on the enemies, man.
Verse 7. How much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow given her. For she said in her heart, sit a queen, and I am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
Because that's how the Americans think, man, especially DJ Trump, man, Donald Trump. He thinking that, you know, America ain't going to sit as no widow, it's going to be a queen, man. A queen representing a harlot, man. They think they're going to keep on, you know, pushing their philosophy, dealing with these other nations, man, and making power and money off these other nations, while these other nations turn against America, man. But they think they ain't going to sit as a widow. A widow meaning being a wife, a woman being in mourning for the loss of her husband, man, when her husband died, man. You know, so they thinking that, you know, they're never going to be in a mourning state, man. Thinking that nothing's going to touch America, man. But the Lord got it set up that they already set, you know, and written that Babylon the Great, America, is going to be in mourning, man. Because first and foremost, before the missiles drop, man, America economy going to crash. It's going to be martial law. It's going to be famine, lack of food, water, FEMA camps, concentration camps, man, race war, all type of disaster and destruction that's going to take place here in America. And the ultimate destruction is going to be Yahweh Shah coming with that fire and sending them missiles here in America, man.
Verse 8. Therefore shall her plague come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh Shah, power who judged her, who justified her.
Because that word plague again, man, and that plague, you know, going into different type of, you know, disasters, man. And the main one is fire, man. And they say it's gonna be take 1 day, man, 1 day and 1 hour for the Lord to destroy America by thermonuclear fire, man. You know, so because the missiles only take 10 to 15 minutes, man, to reach its target, man. You know, and nobody got, you know, ain't nobody in America that had time to outrun a missile in 10 to 15 minutes, man. You know, trying to get from one, you know, get out of America and flee into, you know, another country, man. And then it's gonna take more time than that, man. And so the Lord said in 1 hour, in that 1 day, man, He's going to destroy America by them thermonuclear fire, thermonuclear missiles, man, by fire. That's it, man. We get on Jeremiah chapter 51, chapter 51 and 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, say Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, will destroy all the earth. So the Lord, mountain representing government, man. And America, he's talking about Babylon the Great. America is that the mountain that destroyed the whole earth, man. America that pushes philosophies and his way of living on all these other nations, man. Now you see every nation trying to follow the trends of America, man. You know, pushing homosexuality, man. Pushing GMO food, man. You know, like McDonald's, you know, Burger Kings, and you know, any other little fast food restaurant, trendy restaurant that America had. All these other countries trying to promote it in their country now, man. Now they got skyscrapers and tall buildings like America, man. They got roads like America, man, and, with concrete all over the place, man. Cause they following the ways of America, man. They pushing for the same religion that America pushing. They taking them on, man. You know, having women over rights, man. I mean, women having the right to rule over man. You know, you got women in these other countries now, they wearing pants, man. They driving, man. You know, they working more jobs than the men. You know, and all this is leading to, you know, confusion, man. So the Lord said He's going to destroy the mountain which destroyed the whole earth, man. Which the mountain represents the American government, man. Jeremiah 51, chapter 51, verse 25. Behold, I'm against thee, O destroying mountain, say Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, will destroy all the earth. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rock, and will make thee a burnt mountain. So, you know, the Lord is going to, you know, stretch out his hand, meaning his power, man. Hand representing power. Right. And in his hand, his power is no nuclear missiles, man, that he had put on these nations to create, man, basically destroy their own self, man, and to destroy America, man, Babylon the Great, man. You know? Verse 26, and they shall not take of thee a stone for a corner, nor a stone for foundation, but thou shalt be desolated forever, say Yahweh. So, you know, the Lord says, after, you know, the destruction of America, man, there's not going to be any stone or foundation, man. It's going to be laid flat, man. This land is not going to be inhabited anymore, man. You know, America is going to be known as a amalgamate of wickedness and the judgment of nuclear fire from Yahweh, judgment of nuclear fire, you know, from the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
You know, it's going to be desolated forever, man. Nobody going to inhabit this land. Mankind is not going to inhabit this land, man. And the only thing that's going to inhabit this land is the desert creatures and, you know, and birds, man. You know, but man and life existing, mankind here, how America living it up now, man. There's not going to be no more after the Most High destroy America by thermonuclear fire, man, and bring down this place, man. Let me get this last scripture. Get Luke 12 and 49. Let me close out.
This is Luke chapter 12, verse 49. And this is Yahweh Shah speaking. I come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled?
So the Lord said he's coming in Yahweh Shah with a word called Jesus Christ, man. Showing you that the characteristics of Yahweh Shah is firm, man, and furious, man. He said he's coming back to send fire on the earth, man. Not peace and love to everybody, man. How these churches portray, man. He said fire, man. You know, destruction, man. And he said, what will it be if it be kindled, man? Because you already gonna have masses of fire, man, throughout the earth, man. You know, from the different wars and you know that's taking place, man, disasters that are taking place. But Yahweh Shai himself and the angels are coming to bring more fire, man. And, you know, then ultimately gonna be nuclear fire, man, after Yahweh Shai deliver the elect, man. So once Yahweh Shai come back and intervene in this war and bring fire to these heathen armies, man, you know, after that he's going to deliver the elect from the four corners of the earth, from all over the earth, man, from America and throughout different other parts of the earth. Then on top of that, after you do that, the missiles going to be shot off, man. The missiles going to be on the way during the time of that, man. And once the Lord, you know, basically deliver the elect, you know, then the missiles are going to drop on America, man, and destroy this place, man. You know. So basically, you know, that the end of our lesson, man. You know, we pray that it may edify, man. You know, the Lord is coming back with fire, man, real soon, man. You know, you see Donald Trump, man. You had the Apostle Tahar saying that, you know, this could be the year that the Lord, you know, bring destruction and bring war, man, and bring us, you know, second coming, man. You know, bring the kingdom to the earth, man, the kingdom of Israel, man. And look at the things that, you know, Donald Trump doing, man. He's pushing all the agendas of the elites, man. He's pushing the RFID chip, man. He's pushing, you know, World War III. He's pushing the famine of the word, man. To come, you know, to stop this word from getting out, man. He's pushing the space, you know, force, the space military to fight against the, you know, trying to fight against the Lord, man. So all this is clearly signs showing that the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, that the second coming and the kingdom, their rulership is about to come here upon the earth, man. You start to see Israelites wake up, man, more and more, man. You know, so the video that we're putting up is not in vain, man. And the Lord got an elect man that he's going to seal. And once the elect man is sealed, which possibly or probably already sealed or getting close to being sealed, then when all hell is about to break loose, man.
That's right.
You know, some brothers keep fighting and keep pushing, man. And the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, is clearly on their way, man. Bring this so-called white man down, man, the Edomites down, man, the elites, and their whole agenda that they got planned for their so-called New World Order is going to fail, man, and they're going to go right into slavery, man, other than Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. the Israelites and under the king Yahweh Shah, man.
That's right.
You know, so brothers keep fighting, keep pushing, man. You know,
yeah, like the brother been saying, man, keep pushing and keep fighting, man. Continue to go on the highways and byways and keep pushing this word. With that being said, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bashir, Yahweh, Bashir, Rakar, Kadash. Double honor to the elder and apostle of Great Men Stone. Citation to the brother who was sincerely pushing the truth on the four corners of the earth. Continue to push this work. I love y'all, brothers. Shalom.
Shalom.